Isn't the band fantastic, everyone? And welcome to CSLDallas, a spiritual community deep in the heart of Texas, connecting with kindred spirits around the world. And you are invited to explore or dive right into our powerful teachings, practices, mystical experiences, and heart-opening connections. And today we uncover the nature of reality and what are you? So join us as we will learn to grow ourselves, co-create with the universe, experience joy, all while transforming the world one life at a time. So if you're like me and you're ready to get this celebration started, get up out your seats and let's join the CSLDallas music team.
Good morning, CSL Dallas. Right here in the sanctuary, everybody online, thank you for joining us on this Spring Forward. So if you're here, you already freaked out at the clock and said, it's an hour jumped ahead, but here we are. Thank you for being with us this morning. We love being with you. I'm Joe Tinker. I'll be your platform assistant today. We got a great celebration with lots of cool stuff coming up for you. So thanks for being here. Let's start off as we do every week with reading our purpose statement together that says we are radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, transforming lives. And so it is. All right, coming up, we have a very special guest speaker coming up April 6th, so mark it on your calendar. Sunday, April 6th, Patrick Harbula will be in the house as our Sunday guest speaker. Yeah, so this special celebration will be followed up with a very special Exploring the Unconscious workshop. Uh-oh, something just happened. Undo, redo, and we're back. So Patrick Harbula will have the Exploring the Unconscious workshop, and he will be showing us how working on our shadow side is not as intimidating as you might think. While many laws of attraction, or the law of attraction practices, focus on the conscious mind, discover how your unconscious mind holds keys to the experiences that you really want. Because as Dr. Harbula puts it, your unconscious gets what it wants all the time. And if that wasn't enough, he'll also be starting an 8-week course that starts the next day, and it's based upon the book Existential Kink. This course will help you uncover and understand the shadow parts of yourself, integrating them into your spiritual practice. Instead of just floating in the higher chakras, you'll ground your power through the lower chakras, transforming your energy system. Now, if you don't know what this means, come to the class. The results will be an empowered version of yourself who can finally stop repeating old patterns and begin creating the life that you've always desired. Don't miss out on this powerful opportunity to rewire your subconscious and unlock the true power within you. As always, register now by going to the events page at CSLDallas.org and click on the course/workshop tab. Now, as we come closer to the end of Season for Peace and Nonviolence, we want to invite you to a very special meditation. This will help us raise our consciousness, and this will be happening April 5th from 12 noon to 1 p.m. Central Standard. Join us as we anchor our commitment and intentionally raise the planet's vibrational rate together by participating in this hour of meditation. This will be in person at the Meditation Hall at CSL Dallas here on campus, also live streamed on Facebook. Be a force for good in the world as we sit together in focused, intentional meditation and prayer. Also, as a quick reminder, our annual meeting is Sunday, March 23rd. That's coming up in a couple of weeks. We have a very special celebration planned. This will also be followed by a potluck, nam, 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 everybody loves to eat, and volunteer awards. We'll also have elections, members get to vote, and it's a time for everyone to help dream up CSL Dallas 3.0 together. So everyone's invited. Please watch for more details and plan accordingly. You want to be here in person and online. Now we have a slide to thank people who volunteered at Faye's induction. And is it up there? Here we go. Let's say thanks Kia, Debbie, Randy, Ann, Carmen, Jan, Darlene, Glenda, Rhonda, Diane, Daniel, Candy, Lauren, Jackie, Georgianne, Gerald, Tracy, Nicole, Raven, Val, Sherry, Ronnie, and Patrick. Wow. It's a great big volunteer team for a great big event. That was really awesome. If you missed it, go online and check it out on our YouTube page. Now, let's take a minute to settle in with our music team, Candy, Patrick, Stephanie, and Glenda, and along with our CSL Dallas band, Brad, Jonathan, and Matt. And after this song, we will go within with our practitioner, Avis Ives. Thank you.
Please go within with me to the very center of this life, living as this body, this soul, this oneness, knowing that who I see, how I see is up to me. It is the truth of my being, the truth of our being, that it is all one. The regard, the love, the peace, the belonging. What I bring, what you bring, is that. So we are that we are. I am that I am. I am love. I am peace. I am belonging. This is the space of us and it, all the same. More than connection, way beyond personality, way beyond longing. Just creators, co-creators, creating a beautiful life. It is the truth of our being. We are one. So good to take time to notice that, to embrace it, to connect with this very grounding, very real truth of life itself. Just bask in it for a moment, and then we say together, and so it is.
I so much. All right, we have a very special presentation right now from our community service, Chris Gallant and Christine Volkmer. And come on up here. And we have nonprofit partners from 2024, so we're going to let Chris tell us about the program and make our presentation.
Good morning. So as a member of the Community Service Steering Committee, I have the pleasure of doing one of our most favorite things, and that is to present a donation to a nonprofit organization that is out there doing good. So for the fourth quarter of 2024, our members nominated and voted on eQuest to be a nonprofit partner. Christine. Most of you probably know about eQuest and what they do, but if you don't, Christine and Jill will be saying a few words when we're done with the presentation. So, with further ado, let's go out there.
Okay, let's go back out here.
We have to have room for this.
Okay, so for the love that we are and the work that we do, thank you so much. I know so many of you have so generously and consistently, and over the years, I've been at eQuest for 9 years, and I can't thank you enough for the lives that you change. If you don't know what eQuest does, we serve children and adults with special needs with equine therapy. So our 34 therapy horses change lives every day. We also serve veterans at absolutely no charge, any of our programs. And so Reverend Jill Sizemore joined our program when?
I think 2 years ago now.
And so she too, like me, very, very grateful for your support, for the hundreds of lives that are changed through the miracle of that human-horse connection. If you ever want to come down and visit, it would be our absolute pleasure for you to come down and meet the horses and see the work that we do. You want to say thanks?
What she said. And I just want to say, as a veteran, I've never been so honored. I'm also a chaplain, so it's kind of like to receive self-care from these amazing creatures and the human creatures that make it all work with all the hard work Christine does. I can't thank you enough. What a gift and what a treasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have a very special piece of music now. This is actually a video of our beloved Candy Williams, and a fabulous piece of music that she wrote and created this whole video. So rather than just having her sing it up here, I thought that you would enjoy the video as much as I have. So here we go. Candy Williams singing One.
One heart.
Yeah. Thank you, Candy Williams. Love it so much. You didn't know she was that cool, did you? There you go. Right? Yes, we did know. I love that so much. And yeah, thank you, Candy, for sharing your gift. And you shared on Sunday morning so beautifully, but it's nice to see another side of each other, right? It's very cool. Yeah, one, we're one. What's the truth of me? All the songs, all the music, all the messages as we continue on today with our Step Out in Faith program. Our Step Out in Faith. Are you ready to receive? Yes, we are ready to receive our good, our joy, our life. We're ready to receive all that we need so that we can contribute to the world, make a difference, and give our gifts and talents in the ways that really allow us to express ourselves and experience the fullness and the joy of life, right? And so it's not just getting, but it's also being so that we can give. All of this wrapped up, are you ready to receive? And we use are you ready to receive, RURTR, because it reminds us of the 5 stages or steps of spiritual mind treatment. Spiritual mind treatment is the topic for our Step Out in Faith program. I know lots of you are in the home study groups, and I think that's really fabulous. I'm so grateful that you're taking advantage of it. Spiritual mind treatment, as Reverend Karen said yesterday, is really the only new thing about the science of mind, because Ernest Holmes was utterly absorbed by the question, why are some prayers answered and not others? So he was a voracious reader. He studied all the great religions. He did all this amazing absorption of scripture and spiritual work. But he was interested in the practical application of it. And what we say in Science of Mind is that teaching and understanding Science of Mind should actually make you a better, whatever it is that you actually practice as your spiritual tradition. Because of this. Because we believe that there is something been ferreted out about why some prayers are answered and not others. And spiritual mind treatment allows us to overcome the and not others, so that we are actually creating a experience in consciousness of what Jesus called the already having received consciousness, right? He said, ask believing you have already received, and you will receive. He didn't say ask and then hope. He didn't say ask and then maybe God will favor you. No, ask believing you have already received. And that is a challenging place to be when we use the evidence of our senses to tell us what's going on in our lives, right? It's hard to say, I'm abundant and prosperous, when we look at our bank account and that doesn't seem like the story that it's telling. Or we say, I'm whole, perfect, and complete, and we look at our bodies and that doesn't seem like the story that it's telling, you see? And so we use the evidence of our senses to keep ourselves in the experience we're currently having. We use the evidence of our thoughts and feelings, which are running patterns in the background, to be the evidence that this is just the way we should expect it to be, because this is how we think about it, and this is what we believe, and therefore it must be true, right? Because, well, we thought it, and we felt it, and therefore it must be true. And if it's true, then we act accordingly, we expect accordingly, we speak accordingly, and we use the law according to what we believe. So we teach in the Science of Mind, change your thinking, change your life. This is actually false. Shorthand. It's actually change your belief, change your life. But we use our thinking, our consciousness, our intelligence, our intentionality, our awareness, our work, our spiritual work, we use it to change belief so that our lives will outpicture a new understanding of who and what we are and what's really going on. Spiritual mind treatment, as Reverend Karen said, right, it's a way of engaging in this process. Now, if things in your life are working, you don't have to do spiritual mind treatment. It's great. Just speak your word and it's done. Fabulous. There's lots of places in our lives that are actually unfolding beautifully, and we're perfectly happy with it, right? Spiritual mind treatment is the single most effective tool that you can pull out of your toolbox when that's not the case. And it doesn't matter whether it's a hangnail or whether it's climate change. Doesn't matter whether it's how much money of your bank account or healing racism. It does not matter the size, shape, or issue about which we are going to do spiritual mind treatment. What matters is that if we are not standing in a place of belief for life, for good, for the life that we seek to express and experience, spiritual mind treatment is one of the most powerful tools in our toolkit. So I don't know about you, but sometimes I go and I, try to unscrew a screw or screw in a screw with the screwdriver. Do you know how much easier it is when you get a drill? Right? You go zip, and there it is, done. Okay, so spiritual mind treatment is like getting the drill out. Zip, done. And, sometimes you need a lot of screws to get the thing to hold on the wall. So you go zip and zip and zip and zip. Or you go, right? You're like, oh, God, would somebody please do it for me? Oh, wait, that's not how that works, right? So spiritual mind treatment is taught in a linear process. Don't let it fool you. It's taught as steps. Don't let that fool you either, right? You have to call it something. And I think of them as stages that are required to induce belief. You don't want to induce belief, don't do the stages. Skip over whichever ones you don't care about, right? But why you would do that when somebody's teaching you the best possible technology there is, one would ask, why would you do that? Right? Same thing as you go to any place where you want to learn a new skill and they say, do this, do this, do this, and you go, oh, no, I'm just going to do 1 and 3, I'm going to skip over 2. Okay, why did you come to ask about it? Why? And then we wonder why our computers don't work or this or that, right? Because we're like, oh, I don't want to do it. We're going to get over that because we are going to practice and experience the value. Are you ready to receive? Using spiritual mind treatment for 40 years, I will tell you that has utterly and completely not only changed my life and allowed me to experience things and demonstrate things, but it has absolutely cemented into my consciousness the reality of what we teach. So instead of looking for it, looking for principle, looking for love, looking for life, looking for God, looking for things, I have anchored that so completely into my life, I look from that place. That's what spiritual mind treatment does for us. Shifts our consciousness into that larger consciousness, that causal reality, and we stop wondering whether it's true or not. But to have that effect, we have to actually use it and do it. Go to our practitioners, our spiritual coaches, have them do it for us over and over and over again so we can start hearing it, sensing it, feeling it, absorbing it, taking it in, and going, what if this were actually true? What if it were really, really true? Not just some nice thing we tell ourselves. So we're talking about today the first 2 stages of spiritual mind treatment. The first 2 steps of spiritual mind treatment remind us of the nature of reality and what and who we are, right? It grounds us. These 2 steps ground us in the spiritual truth. This larger, for those of you who are a part of the class this morning, these 2 steps, it ground us in that larger, vital experience and concept of reality. Kicks us out of our limited humanness, kicks us out of our past, kicks us out of this is the way it's always been, kicks us out of, but you don't understand, I've been traumatized, I'm an Aries, what do you expect? Hello? Right? All of which may be humanly true, but is actually not spiritually true about me. Who and what we are and how the nature of reality actually works. And so we're starting with the first two steps because this is our anchor. This is what makes spiritual mind treatment so much more powerful than just visualizations or affirmations. Because when I do an affirmation and I say everything is right, everything is okay, what does my brain go? Yeah, but what about that? No, it's not. Nope. Did you look at that? You're not paying attention. You're not feeling your feelings. We have to feel our feelings, you guys. We are spirit human. Human is necessary. It is valuable, important, and a joy to be fully alive. But in spiritual mind treatment, in our spiritual work, we move to a different place in consciousness. And that is by remembering the nature of reality and who and what we are. The steps of treatment are I hate it when they change the program, right? So now my slides don't show up in a way that I can actually see all the words. How is this helpful? Somebody decided that was more intuitive. Okay, so I'm going to turn around and read it so you can read it too. The steps of treatment are building stages of intention which create a deep acceptance of spiritual truth while growing a consciousness of expectation. Expectation of what? Demonstration, of manifestation. So these stages, they build, right? We are using our intentionality and our focus to create within ourselves an acceptance, not of where we are, but of where we are going, into the already having received mentality. And because we've already received a mentality, right, then we have a consciousness of expectation. Okay, I've already received it. I'm looking for it. I'm waiting for the nudge or the twinkle or the something that says, oh, this way. Yes, there it is. It's coming. I see it. I see it. I see it. Right? The stages of our spiritual mind treatment weave together to move us to that place. Sometimes we do it in one treatment. Sometimes it takes us a whole month of treatments to fully move into that place, right? So we are building an argument or a deep realization that we co-create as we believe. Not as we think, hope, wish, pray, want, desire, but as we believe. And this gives us, we're building consciousness. In our spiritual mind treatments, we are doing the work. So some people says, well, build a prosperity consciousness. And you're like, what does that mean? I don't know how to do that. Right? It is this, either building an argument based on spiritual truth or reveling in the realization that we co-create as we believe. We're building consciousness and we are fundamentally inducing belief. Right? How do you induce belief? Repetition, acceptance of it, or deep emotional conviction. Right? That's why all the false beliefs have been laid down. Either we've been told them repeatedly, they were laid down in some trauma emotional experience, right? Or we were embraced in such conviction. And they're not all bad. My mother, I remember her saying to my sister and I, our whole growing up, do not believe that being a girl is going to stand in your way. You can be anything you want. And I believed her. Do you see? It's not always bad. It's not all bad stuff, but the stuff that's in there that isn't really helpful. These are the ways. And so our spiritual mind treatment, what should we say? mimics that. Do you see? Our spiritual mind treatment puts us in those same attitudes of conviction of belief, emotional acceptance, or that just emotional oomph that causes something to be planted, and the repetition that we do over the course of time. And this utterly dovetails with neuroscience and psychology and how we understand the physicality of our being works, which is, of course, a reflection of how our consciousness works. So we use this when we don't believe. If you already believed that everything was going to work out fine, you don't necessarily have to do a spiritual mind treatment, right? We use it when we are not feeling it. We don't wait to feel it and then we do our spiritual mind treatment. Spiritual mind treatment is for the purpose of creating that new space where we are already receiving our good. So the first two steps of consciousness create an awareness of a causal reality from which we speak our word. From which, right? For those of you who have worked with us for a long time and you know about the 4 states and stages of consciousness, this is the 4th kingdom of consciousness, where we understand that we are spirit humans. We are spiritual beings. We are the divine made manifest. We are individualized expressions of the one, and we actually recognize the nature of reality, principle and presence, love and law. This is how it works. And so we are using these first 2 steps of treatment to remind us of this spiritual ground, to give us this unshakable spiritual conviction that when we speak our word, we know what we're doing. And we understand that this is how we co-create, right? The process is the creative part. Our using it is the co-part. You see? Otherwise, it's just creating, and it doesn't have our intentionality behind it, and it's just creating out all that stuff. Whether it's our own personal stuff or whether it's collective consciousness, it's just continuing to create out of that. So this makes our work more than an affirmation. More than that thing that we say in the morning. You know, we read the thing that's on the mirror that we were told to put on the mirror, and we read it, and then we go on our day, and then we've completely forgotten about it, and we say all the things that are diametrically opposed to what we read on our mirror. I'm a healthy, happy child of God. Oh, God, can you know, I'm so worried everybody has the flu. I don't want to get it. Oh, I just don't know. Oh, I am a happy, healthy child of God, right? But when we ground it in our spiritual truth with our spiritual mind treatment, you see it's like we're planting it in the soil, and at the same time we're fertilizing it, watering it, and we're working the soil to make sure the soil is really good. And we've created this amazing place for this spiritual seed to grow. All of that's happening in our spiritual mind treatment. And it begins with our first 2 steps. Our first 2 steps of spiritual mind treatment. So the first step is recognition. And I have no idea. See, my slide here is completely blank. It's so confusing. I have no idea what happened. Okay, so our first step is recognition. That we recognize that there is one infinite reality, which we call the thing itself. There's one. There's one, right? Physical and non-physical, tangible and intangible, spiritual and spirit and matter. There's really laws and principles and presence and love. There's really only one thing. It's all part of the one reality. Begin with the deepest understanding and experience you have of the one infinite reality. Call it God, universal spirit, universal mind, life, or the universe, or whatever you want to call it, the force or whatever, and focus on the spiritual truth, quality, or principle that is specific to your purpose. It's not just, oh, we're all one, or there's a oneness, but it is, in the nature of reality, beauty and abundance are what I'm going to focus on. I'll tell you, one of the most interesting things that's happened to me in the last few years in my spiritual mind treatment is I've become utterly obsessed with this idea that being is always becoming. Being is becoming. Being, spirit, intangible, impulse, presence, law is becoming. Physical form, my life, your life, all of creation, everything. Being is always becoming. These are two sides. This is always happening. And how is it happening? In an orderly, lawful manner. Being is always becoming, and it's always doing that in an orderly, lawful manner. If my life doesn't look like that, I'm not in alignment with it. I don't believe that statement to be true in something in my life, and therefore it's not manifesting that way. Do you see what I'm saying? There's no magic formula for what you should say in this step. Actually, there's no magic formula for any of the stages. It is pulling out of the infinite nature of reality the thing that seems to be missing. If it were present, it would actually be manifesting in this thing we're doing our spiritual mind treatment about. Finding that anchor. And it's not just, oh, it's peace and love and harmony. No. This is why spiritual mind treatment will change your life. If you spend time in this first step of treatment, well, what is it that I need to remember about the nature of reality? Sometimes it's that love is present, regardless of the blankety-blank stuff that's going on. Sometimes it's that life wants to express. Sometimes it's principle is not bound by precedent. There's always a new idea. Do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a bam. Sometimes it's a sometimes it's a but each one is developing, is embracing the truth beyond the words. Do you see? The words only help us focus on that particular aspect that we're trying to get a hold of. Or maybe we're a hold of it, we just want to remember it. Oh, that's right. Principle is not bound by precedent. There's always something new. And I'm going to get to the point I don't need to be afraid. Right. Just because it didn't work the last time doesn't mean it isn't going to work this time, right? That's in our third stage. But right now, we're anchoring into spiritual truths, allowing it to resonate, embrace it in our bodies, in our being, making it as real as we can. And you make it real by quoting scripture. I tend to make it real by really focusing on where do I actually perceive this in life? Where is it demonstrated? Where is the presence of God being revealed in the stones or the leaves or the water? Where can I see it? I seldom go to people because we're all veiled with our false beliefs, right? Making it real. Because why? Because we're building belief. Belief doesn't come with words. Right? It comes with emotional acceptance, conviction, working with it till we go, oh, right, that's right. The second step of treatment is remembering that that's true about us too. So we have two words we use for the second step of treatment: unification, I'm one with the one, infinite reality, and identification, the thing itself is what I am. We use whichever aspect works for us in the moment with that particular spiritual mind treatment. Everything true about the universal microcosm is also true about me. Presence. The highest God and the innermost God is one God. Oneness. The nature of reality is true in the macrocosm and the microcosm. This picture, this symbol is the symbol not only of the infinite reality, it is the symbol of it individually expressed as each one of us. Everything true about the universal macrocosm is also true about me. I am an individualized expression of consciousness becoming aware of itself as me, as I express and create my life. Not what Spirit wants for me, what Spirit wants as me. Totally different. Oh, Spirit, lay it on me. What do you want from me? Could you, make an order, please? A little direction would be helpful, because you know, if you don't give it to me, actually, it's not the Spirit saying that. The law is saying it. If you don't give me a new direction, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to rummage around in your subconscious mind and I'm going to pull a direction out. Just saying. You're good with that, I'm good with it. Right? This is why Patrick Harbaugh workshop is so amazing. And I'll tell you, the existential kink, that book is cracking me up. If you don't like bad words, you may not want to read it. She is very expressive, but man, does she come at it from an entirely different way, and it just will pop your brain into a whole new place. So yes, I cannot recommend it highly enough. So these first two steps of treatment, they start to build the argument. If this is true about the one, infinite reality, and it's supposedly true about me, then we're going to talk about next week what we do with that in our third stage of consciousness, in our spiritual mind treatment. I love this quote from Ernest Holmes. Life exists. Nothing is more certain. Life is intelligent. It is spiritual presence everywhere equally distributed, and within us and around us and everywhere else. There is something present with us and in us, out of whose essence all things are made, within whose creative imagination all things are formed. That is about as succinct a description of the first two steps of spiritual mind treatment that there is. And the whole point is to make it real, not just to say the pretty words. Not just to say the pretty words because they make us feel better in the moment. I love knowing that I'm one. I still don't know what I'm going to do about my boss. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. But I love knowing that I'm one with the whole and the divine. Oh, my God, I can't believe what's happening in the world. But I love knowing what's one. I'm one. Okay? Spiritual mind treatment cuts through the bullshit, grounds us in the spiritual truth, and we demand from ourselves to stand there until we believe it. There's a story about Ernest Holmes. He was dealing with a friend who had an addiction, came to his hotel room. He and I think it was Reginald Armour were there at a conference, and the guy said, I just have fallen off the wagon again, and I just don't know what to do. And Ernest said, okay, we'll take your whiskey and go back to your room. It's all right. He and Reginald Armour did spiritual mind treatment for 4.5 hours that night, uninterruptedly, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the next morning, that man came to them and said, I'm different. And he never took another drink. 4.5 hours. Sometimes it's 10 minutes. Sometimes it's lots of little treatments over the course of a month or even a year to build that already having received experience. Now, the first two steps of treatment can be hard to imagine. What does it mean that there is a oneness and we're all individualized expressions of it? So in preparation for our new member ritual, we have a ritual we're going to do together. So you should have gotten a little strip of paper. For those of you who are online, we're going to ask you to participate by writing in the chat in a minute and writing down for yourself, okay? You have your little strip of paper, and what you're going to do on the non-taped side of your little strip of paper, I want you to write 3 spiritual truths about yourself. Right here, right now, I am. 3 spiritual truths about yourself. If you don't have it, they're passing it around, right? And let's not be airy-fairy about it. What are you going to claim? 3 spiritual truths about yourself. The nature of reality. Not what you want to express or experience. 3 spiritual truths about the nature of reality as you. Okay? And those of you online, you write your 3 down as well. as you are writing it, as you are completing your writing, do you see what you're doing is you're anchoring in truth. You're claiming truth. This is what we do in the first 2 steps of spiritual mind treatment. Truth about the infinite reality, truth about us. Basically, one and the same. Okay? So, as you have written it, what you're going to laugh, right? What we're going to do is we are going to demonstrate oneness of all of these qualities by, in the rows, you might have to scrunch up if you've got room, in the rows, you're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to make paper links. One going this way, one going that way, the next one, right? And you're going to link yourselves together. Not you guys. Okay. So go to your neighbor, make a link, make your link, let your neighbor link onto yours, right? Till your whole row is linked up. If you're by yourself or you're somewhere else, find somebody close to you. Yes. Yeah. Well, yes, it would be great if you would put your 3 words out. But if you haven't written it that way, it does not matter. The universe is intelligent and it's everywhere, so it can read the back side of the paper as well as the front side of the paper. One at a time, just link right down the chain. The ritual team will help you. Okay. It doesn't words or some individual words. Whatever you write down will be fine. All right. So the ritual team is going to come around and begin to add your chain to other chains in the room. Okay? We're having mass work here. Don't you guys go away online. So now would be a good time to write your words. And we're going to see what we create here. So we're going to begin bringing all the links together. And when the links are all together, we're going to make a chain. The ritual team is going to make a chain. Did we turn on? Yep. Okay. While that's happening, if those of you who are part of our new member ritual will come on up here, we'll have our new members stand here. Kia and Carmen, if you would come up over here to the podium, that would be great. Come on up here. We'll make a nice row here. Yay. Don't be afraid. Stand in the middle. There you go. Yay. Okay. And you have what you need. Perfect. Okay. So we're just waiting now for our chain to come. So here's the reason, part of the reason why we're doing this is because I don't know about you, but sometimes it's hard for me to anchor in what do the words mean. What do they really mean? So Ernest Holmes says there's an infinite intelligence and an infinite presence. Okay, I don't know about you, but I find it a little challenging to feel infinity. So I meditated on infinity for a year. What does it feel like? What does it mean? Well, I contemplated that word. I kept inviting it to show me something, right? When I don't know what clarity means, or I think, well, clarity, I mean, I don't really know what that means on a fundamental nature of reality level, right? So I think about the clear, cold, beautiful water in a mountain stream. And no matter how fast that water is moving and how many rocks there are, that water is crystal clear and you can see what's underneath. Do you see? And so anything that we can use to make these words real. Intelligence, there's an infinite intelligence governing everything. Well, Not according to necessarily what's going on in our world all the time. So I can't look at what people are doing, but in infinite intelligence, okay, I was on the side of Mount St. Helens when it blew with the teen group at the time of our community. We were the last people out of the camping ground, and they were closing the highway behind us as we were frantically driving north to Seattle. Oh my gosh, and the ash and the thing and the awful and the, we didn't have somebody lose their life who was unwilling to leave their home up in the mountains, and a mess and a big thing, right? 5 years later, that whole mountain was green. And now there are wildflowers growing on that side of that mountain that haven't grown there in centuries. Intelligence of the universe. Oh my God. Okay, really, think about it. You birth a baby. Where do the fingernails and the eyelashes come from? How does it know from an egg and a sperm and then 2 and 4 and 8 and 16 cells? How do they know? How does it know to become a heart and a lung and a spine? Infinite intelligence. Do you see? You use the things that make it real to you. So we're making our chain of oneness. We're making our chain of oneness. You might want to come in just a little closer to each other. We're making our chain of oneness. That's good. From everybody here who has added their link. But notice that the links themselves are individual. Individual and one. One and individual. That's a whole nother thing. You got to spend a year like bending your mind around. How does that even work? But if you don't spend time trying to understand it in your being, they're just words. And we don't feel ourselves as part of the oneness. But look, all of you in the room, you're all part of this now. Do you see this? And this represents our whole community. Okay, so hang tight for a minute. So we're going to move into our new member ritual because our new members, they're going to add their links to the chain.
Hi, CSLDallas family.
Oh, you know what? Wait. Before we start, I see the kids have come in. Yes. So before we add our new member, we're going to bring our kids up here because they too are part of our community, part of our oneness, part of our chain here. So come on up, and we can have some of the kids put their links here and some over here on this side. Okay? Say that again? Oh, we already have a chain. I love that. Okay, so you guys are going to help hold the chain. So bring us that chain over here. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna add this on here. There we go. Can you help me with that? I love this so much. Okay. So, all right. So you're gonna back up here. Come here. You're gonna stand here. Stand right here. One down. There we go. And just help hold this chain. Okay. So we're going to ask you to just move in front here, just for a minute. Just move in front right here because we have to give a little room. You guys move in front here just a little bit. We need to give a little, just right here, a little room for our, right here. We need to give a little room for our new members, okay? So everybody is, and so let's hold our link. Let's show our chain. Let's just spread it out a little bit. There you go. There. Can you see the whole chain? See the whole chain, right? All right. Go.
Hi, CSLDallas family again. New Member Sunday is always my favorite Sunday because I love when new members say their sacred yes to this community. When I first walked through those doors, I immediately felt a sense of peace, a sense of love. I just felt like I was at home. And I just want to thank all of the members who were there, who created that space, who created this community, so that when I was seeking, I had a place to go to. Being a member of CSLDallas means I support our mission to teach and practice the science of mind. And that I am willing to do the work so that when a new person shows up, that there is a place for them to find. And so I encourage all of you as new members to this community to get involved, to give your gifts and talents, to practice sacred giving in support of this community and in support of the community that is yet to be. Over these past 11 years since I first walked into this door and eventually became a member, I've served on many teams. I've been team lead. I've been a generous giver. I've tithed to this community. I've given countless hours, and I'm a devoted member. But I can honestly say with all of that I have given, it is not as much as I have received. This place has not only transformed my life, but it also saved my life. And while the principles and practices and methods that we teach here are really simple, they're simple, ancient truths. We know that transforming your life is not easy, but we as memberships in your community, we are here to remind you that it is worth it, that you are worth it, and we're so glad you're here. Thank you.
Good morning, community.
I'm going to put the names up while you're calling them, and I'm falling down on the job. Here we go.
One big CSLDallas family. The first one we have is Stacy Arcega.
Let me help you. Yep. There we go.
Thank you. Right here, right now, I come to be creative inspiration, healing leadership, and loving acceptance.
Yeah. Yes. Okay,
Next one is Betty Nicole.
yeah.
Right here, right now, I have come to be a charismatic, gracious, and a wise expression of spirit.
Next one is Brenda Eden.
Right here, right now, I have come here to be a joyful, compassionate, and inquisitive expression of God.
Yes.
Thank you for being a welcoming community.
Next one is Don Harden.
Right here, right now, I have come here to be a confident, risk-taking, and joy-filled expression of spirit.
Yeah.
And I am so grateful to be here.
Fatima Reeves.
Good morning. Right here, right now, I have come here to be a strong, compassionate, creative expression of God.
Yes.
And then we have two virtual new members. The first one is Eleanor Harris. Right here, right now, I have.
New members come up. Go ahead.
That's our picture. Here, right now, I have come here to create courage, compassion, and joy as an expression of God. And then we have Judith Mercier. We didn't have the opportunity to get her information, her name, her 3 words, or her picture, but she is one of us now, new member. Thank you.
Yes, beautiful. Yeah, I love that. Okay, and for our online folks, we have words and links for those who chose to demonstrate themselves as members of this, or as a part of this. You don't have to be members to be here on this chain. All of us are on this chain. So these are our virtual folks that gave us words. And does it look completely organized? right? But so what we know is the form, it's not about the form, right? Just like our spiritual mind treatments, it's the intention that we hold. So right here, right now, I create a centered, grounded, and love-filled CSL Dallas. Will you hold this? Will you hold this? I need 2 hands. Okay, now we'll just let's just let our chain go all the way across. All the way across. Okay, that's good. Now, do you see all one, all individualized? First 2 steps of treatment, we build on this truth that we are one with each other. So we take this moment right now to bless our new members, to welcome them, to greet them for who they are, for having added yourselves to our growth and our walk together and our spiritual community. So I'm going to invite our community to stand. So if you would allow yourself to, we're going to invite the music team to come on up here. We're going to ask you guys to step forward just a minute. I'm stage managing while I'm standing here. All right, so music team, come on up here because we're going to be ready for our song. And we're going to bless this group of new members, including our online people. Oh, we'll put their names back up. How about we do that? And all of you who have and are part of who we are. So please join with me and repeat after me. I welcome you to CSL Dallas.
I welcome you to CSL Dallas.
I give you a place in my heart.
I give you a place in my heart.
I see your truth and beauty.
I see your truth and your beauty.
Let us walk through life together,
Let us walk through life together.
knowing we are always supported
Knowing we are always supported
and always loved.
and always loved.
And so it is.
And so it is.
So your membership matters, your participation in our community matters. For those of you who are staying here today, please join up in our volunteers. And after the celebration, please say hello to our new members. Thank you so very much. You may be seated.
Let us
Told y'all we had a lot going on today. This is awesome. Let us ask our greeters now to come forward with our offering baskets as we enter into the part of the service where we show our support and our financial commitment to CSL Dallas, because indeed it only happens when we make it happen here at CSL. So thank you for your generous contributions. Let us begin by reading our abundance affirmation together.
Here we go.
Here we go. I am an open channel for the divine flow. Every area of my life demonstrates goodness and a wealth beyond measure. Our center and our community are open channels for the divine flow. I know that CSL Dallas is rich in the substance of the universe, and so it is. Thank you so much. All right. Hey, when you see the baskets coming around, there's a QR code in there. If you snap that with your mobile device, it'll take you straight to a donation page. Thank you for contributing in whatever way works best for you. Now, are you ready to be a force for good in a hands-on way? This is an opportunity to transform an underutilized space at Gooch Elementary School, our sponsored elementary in the area. And we're going to turn that space into a vibrant, interactive learning environment for students. Rebuild and clear garden beds, repair structures, replace old benches, and give the entire area a fresh coat of paint. Together, we'll breathe new life into the garden, creating a space where students can explore sustainability, environmental stewardship, and the power of teamwork. So you have an opportunity. It's going to be on April 12th. That's a Saturday. And the whole event is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So pick a time that works for you. You can check it out on CSLDallas.org and sign up for the time when you would like to come. This will cultivate an environment where education thrives, creativity flourishes, and community bonds grow stronger. Your time and effort makes a lasting impact on the students, the scholars as they call them on campus, and the entire community. You can RSVP for any of those times between 9 and 5, and there is a lunch break at noon. So if you're ready to get your hands dirty for a great cause, head over to CSLDallas.org events page and select the Force for Good block. Easy to click and find that there on the website. And for many other ways to get involved and to help make a difference, today is the day. Right after today's celebration, head over here into Barong Lounge. Y'all smell that? Smelling popcorn. Find out how you can give the gift of your presence and talents. Get to know folks in the community, all while making things happen around here. From helping on Sundays and Wednesdays to empowering our kids in Joy Village, working around the community in any way, helping us to host events. There's a place that's good for you. It's a perfect fit. It already exists, and you can participate as well. Everyone matters. Everyone makes a difference. We cannot do this without you. In fact, it's the only way anything gets done here. So go into Barong Lounge and peruse the opportunities. One will speak to you. Sign up at our volunteer fair. Find your place. This means you. Now is the time. See you in there. Now, every Sunday, our spiritual coaches are available. You can go through Barong Lounge and find the Peace Room. Someone will direct you in that direction if you'd like spiritual support today. And for those online who would like some spiritual support, please go to the website and visit our spiritual coaches directory. That's a pull down under the About Us tab, and we will respond in that way. We love being in community with you. What a great day. Hope to see you in Barong Lounge checking out the volunteer opportunities. Now, please join us by standing as we sing this celebration out with our awesome music team. Thanks, everybody.